Look at On Holding Run. The popular Swiss sneaker company reported this morning. And while the headline numbers looked a little mixed, setting the stock down as much as 15% in pre-market trading, once the conference call got rolling, it soared higher, finishing the day up 4%. Makes sense. On Holding is unique in that their Asia-Pacific business is on fire, up 78%, and they're not getting any pushback on pricing. Consumers don't want to pay full price for anything right now, but they'll happily pay full price for the On's running shoes. And apparel, only 5% of sales, is performing magnificently. I think it could double. This heavily shorted stock feels unstoppable to me, but don't take it from me. Earlier today, we got a chance to speak with Martin Hoffmann. He's the co-CEO and CFO of On Holding. That's O-N-O-N. Take a look. Martin, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thanks for having me again. Super exciting.
Exceptional quarter. Done even with some difficulties in a fulfillment center here that I'm sure are now ironed out. How could you put up such phenomenal numbers?
Yeah, so we started the year now with 2 record quarters with increasing profitability. Last year, we communicated our aspiration to double our sales over the course of 3 years. And I think we have proven now that we are executing on that. And at the same time, we're just coming back from Paris, and really what our team was able to putting off there in terms of big brand moments, that was really amazing.
Now, innovation, always been your hallmark. I have not seen light spray. When can I get my hands on it?
Well, you should have come to Paris and see that robot at work. So we produce shoes on a daily basis. It's a revolution to the industry. It's the ability to create new designs, new levels of performance, to automate how shoes are made, and then reduce the CO2 footprint and bring us closer to circularity. So this is a big innovation story that our team has built over the last 5 years, and we are now starting to scale that. But we are still at the very beginning.
Okay, when I listen to you, I think of a once great company that was doing innovation after innovation after innovation in a true shoe dog-like fashion. Now they have they have a lot more revenues than you guys. But am I right in thinking that you believe you could one day challenge Nike for innovation, for quality, for all sorts of lifestyles and sports?
Well, first, let's dream about the next 2-3 years. And I think we have a lot of things to do there. We want to grow apparel, we want to grow retail, we want to grow China, and I think we are off to a good start there. But things like light spray are a look into that wider future, and I think it allows us to create unique products and innovation stories also in the long term.
I totally agree with you. Now, I'm giving you a little hard time just because I'm amazed at your innovation. And I'm amazed that everybody I know has switched from Nike to On. I'm going to tell you why. I hear one reason that I was asked. Many people told me to ask you this. If you had a head-to-head competition in terms of how long a shoe lasts, and I'm not talking about like the little part at the front that opens up. I'm talking about the spring that you have. Have you done any work to show you that if you that an On shoe lasts a lot longer than a lot of others?
I think our shoes last as long as basically the shoes from the industry last. I mean, we are a premium brand, so we pay a lot of attention to quality and premiumness, but then also to performance. And we certainly invest a lot of effort into maintaining that together with our partners also on the factory side.
All right, so I want to talk about your DTC and your unbelievably good interaction via computer, artificial intelligence, I believe. So yesterday I go in to your bot, to your site, and I say, listen, I used to get stones and pebbles in my shoes, On shoes, but I don't anymore. And my wife no longer complains that I have pebbles, that something happened. Sure enough, I put it in. She goes, oh, the old pebble story. Yeah, I know. Well, believe me, we've looked at it, and we've changed some things. Who came up with the idea of conversational, intelligent AI? Unless I really was speaking to a human.
Yeah, so I can't say anymore. You need to run faster to get the stones off the sole. Nice. We are continuously innovating, improving, and of course also making the shoes specific to the different use cases. I think we have an amazing lineup of trail running shoes now that are specifically made for the trails. At the same time, we conquered the tennis courts around the world with the Roger lineup. We just started into training, which is an amazing partnership with Zendaya. And then we continue to win in running.
Well, I feel embarrassed. I wear my Rogers playing pickle, and I'm not that good, but I would never wear any other shoe on the pickle course other than yours. Now, I do want to know about apparel. It's small. It's 4%, but it's got momentum that tells me to get to 10% might not be that hard.
Yeah, we are very happy about this. So we clearly invested a lot in the past years into our team, into the product, and that product is hitting the market. And it's doing very well. We see around 15 to 25% share coming from apparel sales in our own retail stores. Our e-com environment is very strong with our app showing similar share of sales from apparel. I think our wholesale partners are buying into the new products. So yes, the 10% is a first step where we want to bring apparel. But to what we exchanged earlier, let's continue to dream from there.
Okay, one last question. I did get up to see what would happen when your stock traded a little early, but that's all right. And initially went up, which I thought was right. And then it suddenly went down, and it looked like shorts were pushing it down, to be honest, because you beat, but you did not raise. And then, of course, people came to their senses and realized it was a good quarter. But do you think things like that? I mean, like, you beat it, but you want to be conservative. You don't know what's going on with the DTC. Or are you really worried about the holiday season?
No, as you mentioned in the past, in the beginning, we would have been able to show even stronger growth, but our warehouse shows some capacity constraints on delivery. Which I think is normal in the scale-up phase that we are in, and I think our team is doing an amazing job to work around this. But that's visible in the numbers. At the same time, we restated or reiterated our guidance for the full year. We want to grow 30% on a constant currency basis. We prove we have a strong gross profit margin. We are significantly increasing our profitability, I think. The brand heat that we created during the last months gives us a lot of confidence then also in the long term.
I couldn't agree more. I think that you're in a remarkable moment where you have the best product and you're going to change the industry. I really appreciate your coming on Mad Money, Martin Hoffmann, co-CEO and CFO on Holding. It is always a pleasure to have you on Mad Money.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mad Money will be back after a moment.
Coming up, can heavy machinery light up your portfolio? A top-down look at the industrials. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.